Thanks for staying with us. Okay, still reviewing Punch. Who has a story there?
I do. So the United States immigration authorities have been granted the ability to arrest individuals at schools, churches, and hospitals. This is following President Donald Trump's reversal of policies that previously classified these locations as off-limits for enforcement. So the policy change ends more than a decade of restrictions that protected these sensitive areas. So what this means is that these areas, schools, hospitals, and churches, like if you don't have your papers or whatever, they can't come and arrest you at these locations. And many people who are undocumented have been able to get away from enforcement because of that. So now they have empowered them. There's no place, there's no hiding place for undocumented residents in the United States. So I think the reason why our papers are taking this story is, as we know, we have a large community of Nigerians, and some of them may be undocumented. And so this is something I think they need to, they need to be aware of. I think the arrest will be, if they are unable to prove that they have lived in the U.S. consistently for 2 years, they'll be asked to leave. Or they'll be deported immediately from where they are arrested. Just stick it.
Okay, so I have go ahead, okay.
A group in the diaspora, a group of Nigerians in the diaspora have called on the Inspector General to launch an investigation into the controversial video on Mohbad's death. Apparently, Nollywood actor Yomi Fabi claimed Mohbad's brother Adura had confessed to possessing a video where Mohbad and his wife, I think Wumi is his wife, I'm not sure, were having a serious altercation. They were fighting, and I think they are trying to allege that that's the cause of his death. It was Mohbad, the wife, and another unidentified person. Yeah, so the mother says, no, this is not true, that nothing like that happened, and she's defending her son. But the group is saying the police should, that they have had this video since, that why have they not investigated it? That they
I'm even surprised. Why are all the evidences in the hands of other people, and this person has died for over a year? So who is investigating on the side of the police? Fabi went on live holding his phone and showing people like this. I'm wondering, shouldn't this be in the hands of the police already? Shouldn't they be investigating and arresting? Why are they doing investigation on social media? It did not show anything. I watched it as if I was looking for money. And yet, I did not.
Please, let me take the laughing story. 10 days after receiving the staff of office and certificate of appointment from Governor Seyi Makinde, the new Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Akim Owade, has yet to begin the month-long traditional rites to pave the way for his coronation. If you recall, we took that story, and he was supposed to. During the January 13 presentation to Owade, the governor had declared that the coronation of the new Alaafin would take place in 4 weeks' time. However, the coronation program has not started because, according to the report, the Alaafin elect had that day headed to Oyo town, where he was given the triumphant entry by the residents of the town. But he has since said that he is going to Canada. Owade has returned to his Canadian base to officially resign from his workplaces and engagements in Canada. And maybe when he's done there, he'll come back to perform the rites.
So he didn't know he was going to be Alaafin. Why didn't he go and resign before he
didn't know? Is he if father pick him? If your father pick him, he would.
According to the report, please don't go and put this. According to the report, he's going back to resign.
Sure that he would get it, so he had to
there was a controversy over that.
I don't know,
but you go and resign from his job, and then there's no.
But they have chosen him since now.
The council should tell us who they chose. And how did they choose?
He has gone to resign from work, and he will come back to the
performance. To go a whole.
No, he has not. He has not done. The coronation has not happened. He has not begun the rites. He's just been giving the staff of office. So he'll go and do the needful, and then come back and start the rites.
I feel like the media people have come up with a different story. That does not. Well,
that is what I read. That's what I read in the Punch.
Is it the governor's staff of office that picks the Oba, Abi? Is the council that picks, so that the rights are done before the governor gives. So the governor can give anybody staff that the council have not done rights over.
Please, it's not our topic today. Can we move on to another topic? Punch, any other story? Moving on to. You don't have Daily Sun. You should have Daily Sun, but Vanguard. Birthright citizenship that Nigerians in diaspora kick against, says it's illegal. NLC TUC, I took that story. Others reject 50% tariff hike. Manufacturers on sold goods topped 1.4 trillion in 2024, says MAN. Presidency proposes stricter sanctions on airlines over flight delays and cancellations. WEF 2025, Nigeria global leaders target 29 trillion naira African economy by 2050. And PDP crisis, support Damagum or leave elected deputies, tell opponents. Okay?
Okay, so the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, through the president of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Francis Meshoye, are decrying the high inflation and the reduced purchasing power in Nigeria. They said this has led to 1.4 trillion unsold goods for year 2024 alone. He said in 2024, at the event which was tagged the Presidential Media Luncheon organized by MAN, he said Nigeria's manufacturing sector encountered a myriad of macroeconomics and infrastructural challenges that severely impacted its performance. The sector faced mounting pressure from high inflation, a depreciating naira, and rising interest rates, escalating electricity tariffs, record low sales, multiplicity of taxes and levies, and militating security concerns. And these factors collectively strain the sector's profitability and curtail its contribution to the national GDP. And inflation in Nigeria, he talked about what it was and how much they've, but 1.4 trillion unsold goods. I hope that they are not helping themselves, you know, because goods are now going to have to expire. They are no longer good, but we are repackaging them because we don't want to suffer financial loss in business. I think the government needs to sit down because this has multiple implications. You know, businessmen will start. My friend bought a particular tablet, aspirin, while she was in the East, and she used it and suddenly reacted to it. So she had to wear face masks, she had swollen lips and all of that, only to check it was on the month of expiration, but it had been repackaged. So these are some of the things that will come from this kind of consequence. So we need to sit down and make sure everything around.
I saw a video of someone they were giving his mother or her mother an expired drip, and she took the picture and posted it on Twitter or X or whatever, and said, "Look, they're giving my mother an expired drip."
That's even better. At least the date is still there. The one you won't know is the one that's been repackaged. We put date and all of that, and people will be suffering seriously for that.
Okay, another story, Vanguard. I was going to take the birthright citizenship. So Nigerians in diaspora have condemned. Did you take that story? Okay, Nigerians in diaspora have condemned the move by President Donald Trump to cancel citizenship by birth as guaranteed by the American Constitution, saying an executive order alone is not enough to change it. They argue that at the end, it will be up to the U.S. courts and the Supreme Court to decide on the legality or otherwise of Trump's move. The President Trump had signed an executive order on Monday seeking to end the age-long citizenship by birth, among others, that claim to reverse the President Biden's policy. So if you're born to parents who are illegally in the U.S., once you're born on that soil, you can become a citizen. So he's trying to reverse that. And Nigerians in diaspora are saying that doesn't work that way, that he's in the Supreme Court. He needs to go through the courts.
The Supreme Court is part of him now.
Yes.
The
Republicans have everything.
Everything. Well, everything in America go change.
Can we move on? Are we done with Vanguard? Okay.
That was my story. You took it.
Oh, okay. Nigerian Tribune.
Took it, I think, earlier.
Nigerian Tribune. NLC kicks against 50% telecom tariff hike. We talked about that. Sharia panel holds inaugural sitting in Ekiti. Ekwerimado's wife regains freedom from UK prison, returns to Nigeria. United Nations seeks $910 million for humanitarian crisis in Northeast. French investors eye Ogun Argo Cargo Airport. Others. CBN approves release of Forex code to take off January 28th. Court denies EFCC's arrest warrant request for Tudeko and Onosoya others. And let's see, Tinubu commits over 30 billion naira to infrastructure development of FCT satellite town, says Wiki. Any story in Tribune?
Okay, so I have the independent Sharia arbitration panel in Ekiti.
Yeah.
And they've set up, they held their first sitting, their inaugural sitting yesterday. The panel is presided over by 3 Qadis just being judges. imam, and this Sharia panel is a court set up to run things for Muslims who have submitted to Sharia law. I, for instance, married under Islamic law strictly. So if I had to do a divorce, a normal court cannot sit over it because the terms and and so I can take my appeal to there.
So really?
I would appreciate that's what the arbitration is for. I also do divorces for Muslims in the Sharia panel, sitting in Abyss or one in the.
Yeah. So if you do something wrong, then I can take it to Sharia court.
Yeah, you can.
Ah, nice.
If we have an agreement under Islamic law.
Why do you look so pleased?
Because I hear they cut their hands in Sharia law.
If you are not a Muslim, you can't.
So they are over civil matters mainly. The criminal code and all of those will conflict with that.
Nobody took a Rider's wife.
I took.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap up. We've run out of time.
It's our topic now.
Okay. That's all we can take. But she's welcome back. I mean, she's been 6 years. Yes, so it's good to have her back.
82 days.
Yeah. We continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.